not a pick that we expect to see come out from him.
Yeah, it's been much more popular with the Sivir, but Uniboy typically on something more of a carry potential. You know, when he flashed the Azir, I thought that was going to be the pick for him. Instead, going with the meta right now. And another big question I have in my mind is, what is a topside focused game plan going to be like for J-Team? Because we just haven't seen that the entire year. You know, they've been bot side focused all the way through. So very curious to see how they're going to make that work.
Yeah, and it could still be them trying to force their way into that bottom half of the map, as that has just been their method of attack to try and get Lil V snowballed, get him a bunch of gold, and put him in a spot where he can just carry towards the late game. As we get to see our keystones, nothing too surprising in that regard, actually just matching really all across the board except for that top lane. And that's an interesting take coming in from Rock, going for the 1v1 straight duel up potential instead of investing into the grasp, having a more steady lane phase into the ability to try and team fight a little bit more reliably.
Yeah, it's a very interesting build coming out from him. You know, usually we see the corrupting pot coming in for Jax's, but this one is a straight towards first item.
This is pretty greedy.
Yeah,
it's really just taking advantage of Lee Kai not being a very good laner.
As you say that, I think Rock is proving you right now. Just goes in and bops Lee Kai a couple times. Gets the wave shoved in there as well. It's always a nice way to actually secure a level 2 if you're confident in your level 1 and you just start hitting the enemy champion. The minions target you, and then your minions target the wave. So, you know, win-win on multiple ends if you can make it work out. And Rock, again, going on to Lee Kai. He's going to get forced to stun onto him, get some good damage. Oh, this changes everything. Honestly, this Jax pick coming in from Rock gives J-Team so many more avenues to play through. I want to see Rock carry. It's been a while since he's got some Rock action here. In the meantime, you know, he'll get hit up, but it doesn't matter all that much.
Yeah, it feels like J-Team, they opt for... Okay, another trade. Things looking quite up for Rock in this instance. Whenever you are running the lethal tempo, you are just trying to find these straight up auto attack trades as much as possible. But back to that bottom lane, it felt like the Nautilus pick wasn't necessarily a pick to try and punish whatever pick that Waka would take. It was more like they didn't want to have Lil V play against it, which has, you know, last playoffs, that was the bane of their existence, right? Lil V just constantly getting hooked up by that Nautilus pick. So they make sure they deny it, and I think that was most likely the plan of attack here with that Nautilus pickup.
I almost feel like that's why they picked up Enzo, is just okay, let's have someone that is really good on Nautilus so we can pick it ourselves and we won't have to play against it. Just, jokes aside, coming back into the lane phase a little bit more, Beyond Gaming already off to a strong start in this bottom lane with Wako shoving in here. And topside, still no action. I do want to point out that Lee Kai does not have a flash here. So 1v1, he does get some benefits. But when the gank comes in, that could be pretty dangerous for him. He's going to need help if he's pushed up this far.
Yep. Nail it on the head as Kongria making his way up to the top lane. Take a trade right now, and Kongria is here to support.
Yeah, I think Lee Kai is gonna have some troubles right here. There's a huge minion wave that's keeping him alive, and Kongria trying to find the auto attack. Does get the slowdown, and they're not gonna attempt it. Wow, good play from Lee Kai.
Yeah, understanding that he had such a large minion wave built up, if they took a fight in that minion wave with the ignite available for Lee Kai, felt like he was at pretty good odds to at least trade 1-for-1.
And I also want to point out Minji was there as well, so they definitely figured out that, oh, well, this is not just going to be a quick kill. Minji comes over, it could be a double over to Leah. They do back out there, and Lee Kai with a pretty strong start of the laning phase here. Quite well done on his part. And we are heading towards very close to the level 6 spots for both of these mid laners. Level 5 right now, 2 waves, and we should be going into the level 6 territories. With how the waves are pushed out, do Beyond Gaming have a chance here to just get that 4v2 early?
They are trying to set up 4 perhaps. An early dragon from both of these teams. And we'll see where the roams start coming in, right? Because now we're level 6 in the mid lane. And clearly both of these side lanes from J-Team, whether it's Rock because he's playing the Jax, or because they want to try and gank for Lil V. Both avenues are packed, kind of on the table for them at the moment, and this will really signal the identity of J-Team, right? Are they actually willing to play around Rock, or is Rock being able to get counterpick more of a, hey, all right, you get to have an advantageous lane, but we're still not going to change our overall game plan of non-stop ganking for Lovi.
Yeah, you get to play a side lane post 30 minutes. Good job, Rock. Now you're on your own. So,
yeah,
could be that for sure. Rock is hitting level 6, very strong power spike at the moment. And we actually have Beyond Gaming now being the ones going towards the top side. Ooh. Usha definitely thinking about paying Rock a visit right here. Let's see if he pops the Blast Cone. And we do have the big trade. Counter-Strike already down. Rock a little bit open. Needlework goes down. Stun does land. And goodbye, Rock. I guess it's back to plan A for JT.
Back to the bottom lane they go. However, Uniboy is making his way up, so it does look like they want to try and collapse on this situation. Rock doesn't have teleport, so even after respawn, won't be able to rejoin the party. And Lee Kai actually, because of that knowledge of perhaps Uniboy making his way up, actually pulls off of trying to get the tower play.
Yeah, they're not overdoing their hand right here. You see the pings going down, and Uniboy, he now is running in with the Ghost and Ignite, looking for some of those kills. And we have our level 6s online right now, and so a little bit further to the depth charge coming in, but both of these mid laners could find their way towards the bottom. Konya has been hovering around. He's really been looking for that kill onto Talia. Hasn't been able to find Minji's number just yet, and we see pings on both sides, so they clearly know that each other are there. They're fully aware of this one. Lika, actually, I like this move by Lika. You know, he's just making sure that J-Team is going to take a while if they do want to get that that tower dive down. Minji going to walk into Uniboy, but actually fast finger gets out perfectly fine.
Yeah, of course. We've done Rattle there. Pretty good.
Uniboy now being the target.
Hey,
Ignite goes down.
Here.
Don't find the crowd control. In comes back the Galio, the burst damage in. Husha actually goes back for the stun. Can they find the kill onto Konya? It's going to be a 1-for-1. Jungle's both down.
Here.
Up for grabs. And Wako is going to come in first here. Rock trying to find something back, but he's caught in no man's land. Beyond Gaming, they're living up to their name as the spoilers.
Oh dear. J-Team fans getting a little bit nervous here, as that will be Beyond Gaming down to a 1,500 gold lead at just 9 minutes into the game. The side of J-Team, they weren't able to secure that Rift Herald either, so they will have to allocate resources back towards this top side to try and secure that, as it will be them possibly with advantage. But now Lee Kai, he still has his ultimate available. They could just try and rerun this fight once more.
We're going to start from the top here. Husha not able to find the crowd control initially, but they know Uniboy doesn't have flash, so we're going to chase down here.
This wall.
The big thing for me ooh, that wall was up.
Yeah, kind of a no-no.
Yeah. And Minji just wanted to prove that he used his ultimate in that fight. Big difference here. Wako actually coming in while Silver still bot lane.
Yeah. Lil V, of course, just wants to continue to farm up as much as possible, get to that 300 CS breakpoint. But now another fight.
No, he doesn't find the spike. Husha still gets it, and I think Enzo is left for dead. So is Uniboy. Gets the flash, and well, at least he will get out.
He will get out. But at what cost, right? They lose yet another objective. They use yet another fight, and this is incredibly rough position for J Team to play. Yes, the Sivir will get to a point where she can just outscale everyone. But that point is still yet to be had. It's quite a ways in the future. And right now, Beyond Gaming have a very large advantage, getting themselves that first dragon. You know, it is a bit of a slower first dragon take. At the same time, though, J Team, what are their tools to try and find a pick? It's very limiting in that regard.
I think you were right about their game plan. It should just be the bot lane. You know, that's where the Nautilus is at. That's where Sivir can speed everyone up for the chase downs. But it just hasn't happened. Like, Beyond Gaming, I think very cleverly has just played towards the top side. They haven't given them the opportunity to actually find any chances there in the 2v2 lane. Now Minji coming back with a quite a solid lead. Actually, only 400 gold. That's a lot less than I thought with the 2 extra takedowns, but that's what we're getting on the board right now. J-Team might have a chance to find a pick. It's creeping around the corner. Lots of pings going down, though. And they're going to be spotted as Minji is going to get the combo. The Alistar to Leah. This is what we've been waiting for. Congrats now pulling back.
And there's just a good amount of CC coming in from both the Viego and the Alistar that really help facilitate Minji on this Talia pick. And okay, Kino.
Okay.
I think they really want to bait this.
It's going to be fine, but that was rather
wall comes through.
Positioning. Galio comes down, but
one-way trip
already dead. Little V is going to get a lot of damage on the backside, but Husha actually stays alive
reset.
and even
That's
gets
massive.
the HP back. Husha is fine here. Oh, he's coming back unstoppable. He gets another reset. That's a triple reset for Husha. A triple for Minji, and J-Team. Their chances of getting that #1 spot fading before their eyes. Rairachu reminded us to tell everyone that she's a J-Team fan and that she loves everyone on the team. But unfortunately for her, I would tell her to avert her eyes.
You know, perhaps she's taking a nice little nap, you know? Gone to bed, resting up. As we get to see the replay, it's very easy collapse coming in from BYG. They execute around this play so cleanly.
This is unfair.
and they were so close to killing Husha a number of times. But right at the very end, he gets a reset. And this is the power of Viego when you have strong lanes to play around. Because all of a sudden, they can help facilitate you to get those resets and be able to snowball fights afterwards. Otherwise, you just really fizzle out. So I like this approach from them, and J-Team haven't done enough in the early game to really take advantage of the power trough in a Viego early season.
Yeah, I just want to say, so far Husha has been the best Galio, the best Viego, and the best Lee Sin in this game. Amazing stuff for him. Oh boy, the Galio play to go forward, charge down, and then still get the crowd control. He dodged out 2 abilities from Lee Sin on the other hand. That was just Viego things, absolutely painful to watch. And J-Team, this is where you test your resolve. This is where you write your legend. Okay, I still have a sliver of hope for J-Team. I'm still keeping Rairachu's faith alive for now in this broadcast. Let's see if they can claw it back. Or tell me how to claw it back, I guess.
How they claw it back is gonna come down to Jax and Sivir. They need to find some way to make a play around these 2 champions, get them a kill or 2, or at least be able to generate some CS leads for those champions. And then once they're able to get to the 2-item power spike for Rock or the 3-item power spike for Sivir, then they might have the opportunity to have an avenue of attack to actually pressure them some way, shape, or form.
Okay, baby steps, but we do have a plan. Rock first, get him this tower.
4-man top.
Yeah. All right, they're opening up some bounty gold back. It's always a great way to come back into the game. This is not exactly a 1-for-1 trade for J-Team. They actually get a little bit more gold on this one.
Yeah. As
Okay.
it will be bot tower and possibly siege into mid tower. Mid tower at least survives for. So for the time being, J Team trade up slightly.
Comeback mechanics. There we go.
Still a 5.5k gold lead coming. So
I'm trying to be optimistic.
we're gonna have to be huffing hard.
Okay. Okay. The copium is here. This is always so funny for me. Like, Beyond Gaming, you might look at them and think, like, oh, this is kind of like a 6th place team. But they've beaten PSG.
Yeah.
They're on the track to beat J-Team. They've taken down CFO. And they've also beat DCG. So, never count them out. They're such a dangerous squad.
Yeah, our top 6 has been so competitive this split. And it really does feel like in any situation, depending on the day, we could have that surprise upset in one of these top seeds. So that just makes this matchup even more important for J-Team to close out, because that guarantees them through the first round, having that first round bot.
It's so important for the team to actually be able to conserve their energy, observe what other people are doing, more time to come up with plans. So I think the buy itself is massive. You know, just getting that few days of extra preparation time here. And I do want to come back into the game after that being said. Rock seems to be the go-to answer for J-Team. You called it. They're force-feeding him these bounty gold turrets across the map, trying to get him to that second item. That's a lot of damage being dealt by Wako right there. I guess we're still a ways off, but when do J-Team have to fight? When do J-Team have to say, okay, Rock, your time is up. Here we go. No more silence.
Thankfully, because of that late dragon, they have a little bit more time than you would expect, because it's only 3.5 minutes until that next dragon. I think J-Team should still look to try and get a steal, but they shouldn't over-index into the fight. If Konya gets the steal, that's great. But I think it's about damage mitigation coming in from J-Team and just try and prepare for the 4th dragon. As Hexexol on the table, and given that is Hexexol, it also gives you some avenues of comeback potential, right? Because of the extra flank angles that you can get. So if Jax is able to just continue farming up, he might be in a spot where come that 4th dragon, he's going to be insanely strong to take over the fights.
Already up to 6,000 gold lead here from Beyond Gaming, and we finally are going to see a response onto Lee Kai here coming into the lane. So far, Rock has not been able to acquire an actual CS lead. You know, he's been on the side lane for a long time, but just the early game, how far they fell behind, that's still going to be a ways off. I like that he's going to be building for the MR first here. Of course, Minji extremely fed at this point, so I have to go with that one instead of the Frozen Heart. Seen a lot of times here. And we are going to get a momentary chill.
Yeah, a lot of value coming in from the magic resistance purchase, given that Talia is ahead, and also just the fact that he's going to be laning against Lee Kai quite a bit of this game. So double magic damage threat, even a splash of magic damage coming in from Wako, right? Yeah. So that will definitely help. And perhaps once they finish that item, maybe they feel emboldened to try and pull off a play, but certainly Lee Kai has the tools to also deal with it too, right? Where he has the completed Blade Jewel and definitely itemizing towards the Void Staff very early on.
A lot of power coming in from both sides. I will say that J-Team, at least this time, I think they have a very viable front line coming in from Uniboy. He's got the Crown of the Shattered Queen, plus the Zanya's, plus the Stasis ready to go. Trying to get a pick off, but ooh, Lee Kai with the spider senses. He's not going anywhere near the start of that river. And in the meantime, Beyond Gaming aren't going to find a lot more to just take away from the side of J-Team as they collapse onto this entire top side. When in the meantime, taking their own red, the buff galore, the Beyond Gaming.
Small advantages taken by the side of BYG on the side. Knowing that, hey, they're trying to make a play towards the bot side, that opens up this top half of the jungle for us to deny away from the side of J team, and that's a small objectives, right? You deny them from getting access to that gold, and now they're going to set up towards this dragon. Jax, just bail out. Oh, he's caught.
Rock and Minji also coming in right here. Flash over the wall, and he's out. Good sidestep on the side of Rock. Does have to burn the flash here. It's going to make the next Drake fight a little bit harder. I don't think JT is going to contest. As you said, they've always got that fourth one to look forward to.
Yeah, again, this was a slightly later first dragon take coming out from the side of Beyond Gaming, so J Team willing to give away this third one. I think if it was an early one, perhaps it forces them in a position where they feel more compelled to try and contest and try and play off of Lil V and his 2 item power spike, but now giving him a little bit more time to allow Rock to be that big threat. Okay.
Gets the kickback. The Galio's coming in. Flash has to get used by Minji, but he's also out. He does have the flash right there. Kind of a weird seismic shove there coming in from him. I think he was trying to interrupt Kongyu as he jumped across the wall or something. Didn't really work out. JT do expend a lot of abilities right there. That's 2 ultimates in the mid jungle, and instantly Beyond Gaming smell blood as they start taking over the river.
And in addition, that's also Rock burning his teleport. So a lot of resources to try and secure the pick off onto Lee Kai. So now he has the teleport advantage. Minji also has Unleashed teleport available to him. Hexgate's taken. They really want to continue to pressure the map, force a pick somewhere. It's not happening.
Yeah, I was waiting for the point of optimism where you come out and say, oh, this is how we do it, this is the plan, but then the answer is it's not happening. Well, okay, I kind of agree with you on that one. J-Team's still on struggle street right now. They're looking to come into their jungle. I feel like there's that chance to find a pick when someone is trying to place one of those deep wards here. They're also getting split off in the meantime. The cooldown on Galio's heroic entrance is so long these days that Beyond Gaming are just not worried whatsoever. They see where Uniboy is. They have accounted for all the possible angles where JT could flank them at, and Minji is going to start by just walling people off, getting some damage on that tower. Well, I couldn't find any actually, and Uniboy is the one to charge forward. Kind of interesting here. Minji takes a lot of damage. We have the Q1 onto Kongyu. Lee Syndrome coming in. They do find Minji! He pops into the stasis first, but Kongyu goes down. They do get the main damage here. Little V is untouched. He's dishing out tons of damage into the back line, and they might be able to hold this one off. Rocco's back in with the stun, forcing the stasis off of Lee Kai. Rocco trading shots back and forth, but J-Team are coming out ahead. They want the miracle. They want the first seed. Rocco is down. The turnaround is here. Kino next to fall, and J-Team win a massive comeback fight.
That is such a massive, massive fight win for them Clements. And it's Kongyu, the impetus of that comeback, being able to find the angle into the backline, being able to find the kick onto Minji. And even though he does use the stopwatch to buy time, it's not enough, as he eventually does fall for a big shutdown kill. And more importantly, when Lee Kai goes in, he gets exhausted. So that ultimate coming out from him doesn't do enough damage to scare off and deter J-Team from pushing for more kills. We get to see the replay. They sort of fish for an engage onto Uniboy as more for fun engage, and that actually gets punished heavily because Minji, he walks up trying to follow up onto it and ends up being close enough for Kongyu to engage. And you see there, Lee Kai goes in, hits multi-man ultimate with that snip. Unfortunately, exhausted limits the potential. As you can see, these health bars, they were so low. Imagine if that was a full powered ult coming in from Gwen, it would have shredded that fight.
There's so many blinking HP bars, and you have to remember, if Viego got any one of those kills, he could have flipped the fight right there.
Yep.
Huge win for JT, morale booster for sure, and most importantly, we now have Little V, who stood to the end. Now with the Infinity Edge, they have a winning point, at least in terms of the damage department now.
Yes. Still, 45 seconds until the dragon, and as of this moment though, BYG have pretty good control over the area. So this is actually a little bit troubling to try and figure out how J-Team get back into this area to try and contest, but actually, a bit of a reset of the situation. Recall coming in from Kino, probably to grab more wards, right? And that will give J-Team possibly the breathing space to walk into River.
Kongya already finding the back line, but Wako finds him too, and Kongya has to jump on, right on out of there. Uniboy waiting for the heroic entrance to enter. Let's see if Kongya can find a flank into this one. This is for the Mountain Soul, and potentially for first place for J-Team. They want that date with PSG. They're going to start out the Hextech Drake here. Poor thing is where Galio is going to go. Minji trying to fish for a combo on the sideline. He's going to knock everyone off. Kongya, can he find himself into the midst of the enemy team? He gets Husha, and in goes Galio. Rock gets him alone time on the top side against League. We have Uniboy charging it with a 3-man taunt. The Drake is targeting down his backline. The Nidocore going through. Nikai finds the top side against Little V. Little V has to go into stasis. Rock's trying his best. He flashes away. He's trying to take me down. He can't do it. Little V is down. Uniboy falls next. It's going to be a double kill for the Gwen. Enzo trying to run away. Cannot make it. Beyond Gaming, they make them pay. They kite back from JT, and now they're going to get the Hextech Soul.
The wall just comes in and buys so much space. This is why Talia is just so powerful for teams like BYG and DCG who know how to utilize this champion when it comes to objective fights. The wall just does so much work, and the side of J-Team, they're forced to try and make the decision. They bring in Kongya trying to engage. He goes into the middle of them, sets up for a great ultimate. But because of the extra time created by the wall, it's not quite enough follow-up coming in from J-Team, as it will be that Baron buff secured now by BYG. Surely we go into that replay, and the wall goes out. And here's the thing, they don't have exhaust to deal with Likai anymore in this fight, and they try and engage onto the backline. They land a great taunt, but Gwen is immune, and the immunity is being a really big pain in the butt for them. And that means they're just so split. Lil V caught out, Rock caught out. These are their big carries. And without these two, they have no damage to finish off the fight.
I feel like, you know, J-Team, they really mismanaged their engage. They should have walked back after the initial engage failed. They had the chance to do so, but they went in. Little V was cut off from the rest of the team. Little V and Rock were on one side. Beyond Gaming could just focus them down, and the rest of the members couldn't do anything about it. It was a bit of a scuffed team fight, if I'm being completely honest. I think J-Team, they didn't communicate well enough to retreat onto the same side. If they took the front to back, they still would have a chance with Galio, but that's not going to be the case, and now they're looking down a barrel of a 9K gold deficit. If the last comeback was hard, this one is going to be damn near impossible. I've said that before this game one time already, so I'm going to give J-Team some benefit of the doubt.
They also did struggle against Impunity, and they managed to find the win against them yesterday. So it's definitely not outside the realm of possibility. Lil V also at that 3-on power spike. Never doubt the power, the carry power coming in from a 3-item observer. So that is certainly something to keep note of in these team fights. The issue is, again, when it comes to what we think about for win conditions for J-Team, it is Uniboy being that reliable second carry. And Galio, this isn't quite it.
Enzo actually flashes in, but
it's all by himself.
That's unfortunate timing there, as the wall also takes away everyone. So Minji wall for flash onto Enzo, not the biggest trade in the world. But the depth charge down means that Beyond Gaming can kite away with it, and at this point it really is about locking down Wako or Minji. So big ultimate missing, Beyond Gaming feeling emboldened to just push forward right here. It'll be also spell shield down. Uniboy can get hit up a little bit. Rock coming in by the corner. In the meantime, Leakai still chipping away at this tower. He's going to get the mid lane down. And Beyond Gaming, they feel the heat. They got the towers, pretty much 2 towers down at this point. They're going to be turning around and just looking to see if anyone from J-Team actually pokes a bit too far forward. It's low onto Little V. This could be the start of something. J-Team have to back out. We're getting into those tense moments. Kongyu trying to find a flank into the back line. He gets spotted out immediately, and Husha is going to zone him out. Beyond Gaming not actually trying to walk away from this one. The tower is down to less than I would say less than 800 HP here. It's Beyond Gaming ready to push in again. No death charge still. Minji going to run it once more, and the tower, one shot from going down, is going to fall. Beyond Gaming, without the Baron buff, I feel like they're pretty satisfied with this push, and they're going to go home.
They truly do pretty much get the maximum out of that Baron buff. Helps balloon their lead to now 11k. Very, very powerful position coming in for the side of Beyond Gaming, and they're looking to try and close out the deal. It's going to be Elder Dragon in 90 seconds. That's the fight that J-Team have to win. They cannot just concede this over.
It's going to be a tough call here because J-Team pretty much needs to kill everyone twice. It's double Zhonya's, double GA by now on Beyond Gaming. They can survive the burst. They can stand up again. And the problem is you can't run away from them. Those auto attacks can slow people down. So J-Team need a decisive edge right at the start. It's going to be hard to find it. Kino gets Rock first. He's taken back. HP low. He jumps. He still has the flash. Ignite ticking. Can't save him. He will be back for Elder Dragon, but just barely.
Yeah, that timers will just line up, and he does have the teleport as well. And given that it is Hex Tech Rift, it means that he can return to the scene relatively quickly. Now, bot lane siege, wall comes out yet again to wall off, section off J-Team.
It does have the wave clear to keep himself alive here, but it does take some damage. Usha gonna walk right up into this tower. JT can't do anything without Jax here. They're gonna be getting over the inhibitor. And Beyond Gaming, if they really want to go for it, they could go for all 3. Kongyu trying to find a flank into the back line.
He's trying to pull him away from the base.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty smart move here. As Beyond Gaming definitely are a little bit distracted here, but Elder is up. This is where everything could change. Husha actually flashes very far away from the scene. He actually burns the ultimate here. J-Team do have a way to come back into this fight now.
Kino Wako, they took the Hex Gate out. And then Husha just looks for a fight immediately right after, but now...
and so, no, he just walks across. There's no one there. He goes down. Oh, the spider senses from Husha are so good, and that's going to be a 5v4 start for the Elder. This is where things could change. Like, if Kongyu gets the steal, it could be really good for them. And it looks like Beyond Gaming are just going to try and bait for the maximum amount of time. Yeah, they're not even risking anything. They know they have the super minions inside this enemy base. No need to risk it. They take an uncontested Elder. Now heading towards Baron. Oh, J-Team's chances.
Looks like J-Team are going to have to play for the first round by tomorrow rather than secure it today. Test for that first seed. Beyond Gaming living up to the name of Joker. Coming out with spoilers. They secure themselves their 3rd Uber objective, Uber buff. And this is the Mega Uber push with their 2nd Baron, 1st Elder, and also the Hextech Soul ticking.
Base is also just wide open, only the Nexus towers to consider. Judging by the pings, Beyond Gaming want to make sure that J-Team are truly 6 feet under as they ping towards the top side. No chances here. I think this is pretty funny from Beyond Gaming. To be honest, I feel like they usually play a little bit more risky, and they have nothing on the board for them. Like, their only difference here is actually just kind of changing the potential of who gets 2nd place. Couldn't make it. They could give DCG a chance in this one. Great friends of DCG, Beyond Gaming are. And here they go into the top side. J-Team have been looking for the flank. Kongyu did find an upset teamfight win when he was able to take Minji out of the fight right at the beginning. He's going to try that again with the Hex Decades, but oh boy, Beyond Gaming are actually just crowding the Hex Techs already. There's no way to find the flank. It has to be a front-to-back 5v5 versus the Alistar, and Kino's just going to go in. Uniboy already popping into stasis. It's going to force Enzo to re-engage onto this one. Kino's still slowly from the taking down 2 tower shots. The guy in the backside, that's already 2 dead. That's 3 dead. 2 up into the air, and J-Team's chances at just tying with PSG are down the drain. Beyond Gaming actually with the beautiful, beautiful spoiler game. We just saw a cheeky play from Kino. He actually had the PSG emote the entire time, just waiting to flash it. Kino is a PSG agent for sure.